Formula One is back in Austria this weekend, which means it's time for your Don't Crash course, which is everything you need to know about the track as well as some top storylines heading in. This circuit is called the Red Bull Ring. It has 10 turns and 3 DRS zones, and the circuit length is 4.326 kilometers. We run this race for 71 laps, making the full race length 306.58 kilometers. This Grand Prix was added to the calendar in 1970, but the track itself was redesigned in 1996 for a more modern racetrack, and when that new track design debuted, known as the A1 circuit at the time, the first race with the new track was debuted in 1997 and won by Jacques Villeneuve. The current lap record at this track was set by Carlos Sainz, and that was in 2020. That record is a 105.619. The circuit also has a number of changes in altitude, with a maximum incline gradient of 12% and a maximum decline gradient of 9.3%. Last year, Max Verstappen took pole position, and George Russell won the race. Despite the fact that Max had led for most of the race, he and Lando Norris collided during the race, dropping them both down in the order and opening the door for George Russell to take that win. Last year, we also had a sprint race at this circuit, but we do not have one this year. Max took pole position and won the sprint race. A couple of headlines heading into this race weekend. 2 of Max Verstappen's 11 penalty points fall off after this race weekend, and he is not interested in answering questions about these penalty points. So this should be the last weekend that we see him on the bubble of a race ban. Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri are locked into a battle between the two of them for that World Drivers' Championship, and both of them are clearly willing to take risks moving forward. Carlos Sainz Sr. announced that he is ending his bid for FIA presidency, stating that it would take away his ability to prepare properly for the Dakar Rally. And the FIA has released a stewards guideline document. This actually spells out some of the guidelines that are given to the stewards. The document lists about 100 different infringements as well as the penalties that you receive for those infringements. This seems to be a response to this idea of transparency that the FIA has been heavily criticized for not having. And heading into this race weekend, Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris continue to fight for the World Drivers' Championship, though after Lando Norris did not finish the Canadian Grand Prix and ended up with 0 points, that point spread is now 22 points in favor of Oscar. And this also marks the 5th race on Franco Colapinto's reported 5-race contract with Alpine. The question after this race will be whether or not Franco has proven that he has earned this seat over Jack Doohan or another driver. So heading into this race weekend, let me know what your podium predictions are, as well as whether or not you think Franco will remain on the grid after Austria.